on Ringside Collectibles Figure Insider. Today we are looking at the amazing Four Horsemen. This pack is unbelievable. These guys were the best stable in the WWE history, in my opinion, or maybe just one of the best in yours. Either way, this is designed in some really cool packaging. It's Hall of Fame class of 2012. You can keep it in the box for display purposes, or you can take them out and let the Four Horsemen do what they do best. Starting off, you obviously see we've got a set of four guys here, and it's amazing. We got Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and of course, Tully Blanchard right here. These guys are just so iconic, and it's really cool to see them in a four-pack. Let's open this package and see what we got. After you slide it out of the main packaging, you still have this really cool background. You just pop the guys out, and you can do whatever you want with this Hall of Fame board thing. You can put it on your wall. If you have an entrance ramp, maybe you can put it on the back there so they can walk out to the Hall of Fame and do their speeches. Styling and profiling. Let's start off with Ric Flair. Ric Flair was, let's say, the leader of the pack, in my opinion. And he is ripped and happy and Ric Flair-like. Of course, he's got his beautiful flowing blonde hair, which is time accurate, and it looks incredible. And of course, he is smiling from ear to ear. Ric Flair was one of the happiest guys I think I've ever seen. Moving down, you see he's very muscular as he was in real life. Very thick, big guy. Moving down, he's got on simple black trunks with the RF logo right on the front, and there's nothing on the back. Spinning him around, you can see he's got on his black knee pads, which are followed with the red and black boots, which are a very cool thing. We saw him decked out like this in the late 80s. Moving on to Mr. Arn Anderson, and we're going to start off with the head scan. Obviously, it is perfect. I mean, it's spot on. His facial expression, his beard, his mustache, the look in his eyes, but most importantly, the comb over. Can you look at that's incredible. Slightly combed over and slightly bald on the back. This is a perfect head scan. Moving down, you see he's got his wrist taped white, which he had in real life, and of course, he's got on his plain white trunks, which have a red on the back, and of course, he's got the AA on the front for Arn Anderson. Moving down, he's got on simple red knee pads, which are movable, and they are a little bit looser, which is cool because you can move and flex his knee really nicely. And closing it off, he's got on his white boots, which have a little bit of red trim on them, on the back, on the sides, and on the toe cap. Arn Anderson was a force to be reckoned with. This man right here, Barry Windham, was one. He was one of the standout members to me, just because he was a maniac. He was a phenomenal athlete, and this figure represents him well. Head scan is super accurate. I mean, you could see the crazed look in his face. Of course, he's got the darker beard and the lighter hair on top, which goes into the ponytail. One thing that's cool about this figure, it does come with a removable vest. Once we get that off, you can see he's got on his black trunks, which match his black wrist tape, which match his black knee pads. And closing it off, he's got on his signature, black and red boots with the flamed eagle bird on the front, whatever you want to call it. It was amazing. This Barry Windham is awesome, and it is a perfect addition to the Four Horsemen. And last but not least, this is Arn Anderson's partner in crime, Tully Blanchard, and he completes the quadruplets of the Four Horsemen. You can see he's got a very serious look on his face. He was not anybody you wanted to mess with. In fact, none of them were. He's got his perfectly molded hair, which is slicked back just a little bit and a little bit longer in the back, and I love the detail, the way it flares up like that. It's totally perfect. Moving down, you see he is big, buff, hairy, and yeah, hairy. Detail on the chest hair is awesome. I love when they add the chest hair. It seems a little weird, but it's those little details that make this figure awesome. He's got his white wrist tape around both of his wrists. Of course, he's got on his plain red trunks with his TB logo right on the front. Moving down, he's got on his red knee pads, and closing it off, you see he's got on his white boots, which have some red trim, and of course, let's not forget about those black stars, which I'm glad they added to this figure. The Four Horsemen are complete, and they are here to stay and here to slay. Four Horsemen, giddy up. Pick up the Four Horsemen 4-pack Hall of Fame Class of 2012 from Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com, home of the largest selection of wrestling figures and accessories on the internet.